Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 3rd, right around 6 a.m. Central Time. So overnight, the price action in precious metals, they are surging after spending Sunday night with a weaker sell-off. Monday, we had some follow-through selling on that stronger dollar index before the Japanese yen really started to turn around, weighted on the dollar index, and we saw precious metals recover most of Monday's trading session. So looking at a couple things here, a couple of headlines here on Twitter. Did see that Donald Trump, as far as some of the geopolitical risks, he did say if the Gaza hostages are not released prior to his January 20th inauguration, there will be hell to pay in the Middle East. So you do have that. You've got some ongoing concerns here with Russia and Ukraine. So that should limit some of the downside risks here, I believe, in the gold market and in some of these metals. Now, looking at the price action here, you do have U.S. equities, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, both notched out all-time highs here yesterday, and they had a real nice upward trajectory. Bitcoin still trapped 100,000 on the upside, about 92,000 on the downside, trading this range here. And you do have crude oil futures kind of coiling back and forth. Remember, there is an OPEC meeting here on Thursday, OPEC Plus meeting. Getting back to the metals markets. So gold sitting in kind of this narrow trading range over the last 5 days. If you rewind that chart and back it out here, you're going to see that it really needs to get over a few key price levels in order to break back out to the upside. And it's really doing a good job here as far as recovering from that massive sell-off we saw back about a couple weeks ago here. It was down about $90. We also saw that silver futures down over $1 on that particular day. Now, silver futures up about 1.7%. That's about a 50-cent move here to the upside. Low of the overnight session, 30.92. High 31.49, trading at 31.38 last. So again, 1.7% move higher here in the silver market. Now, why is that happening? Well, you've got that positive price action in the gold market. You've got weaker 2-year treasury yields. We've got the dollar index under a bit of pressure. And you finally have copper futures starting to move its way up here, up about 1.28%. That's trading at 4.18 last. That's 5.3 cents back higher. So nice move here in the copper market as well. You have aluminum and platinum and palladium all moving higher, and the gold silver ratio dipping below 85-1. We did talk about the gold silver ratio all last week here, how it was moving up to 86, 87, 88, and I felt that that was getting a little bit overextended to the upside. Other markets here, all the grains are surging. Again, oil prices a bit higher. We did see one dip in the metals markets here last night, and that was when they were talking about the yuan here weakening the most against the dollar index. Remember, China plays a different role when it comes to the tariffs. All they do is they just weaken their currency more in order to offset any losses as far as Trump raising tariffs here. So it's a bit of a tit-for-tat response. And we're even seeing China announce a ban on some outright exports of several key materials that are within the high-tech industry and military applications. It was galenium, germanium, and a few others that I cannot pronounce here, and also graphite. So that may be also helping some of these metals markets here as they may start to implement their own set of tariffs back onto the U.S. So I think that this go around, much of the dialogue is going to be spent before that inauguration. And we saw the last go around in 2016 when Trump was getting into office, that many of these metals, and specifically like gold and silver and copper, they all bottomed out right around the second week of December, and they started to take off from there. Remember, seasonally, this is a great time. And in the Metals Edge, I'm going to put some of those seasonal plays here, and I'll give you all the specifics, the dates on when these particular metals start to move, when you should hold those particular metals for a duration of time, what the maximum drawdowns were on each one, and then I'll overlay the chart as far as previous 5, 10, 15, and 30-year seasonal analysis on all the different metals markets. Now, again, on the back to crude oil, OPEC Plus meeting here on Thursday. Bitcoin, we outlined the supply and resistance points. And then this week here, we are going to have the jobs opening, the JOLTS job opening data. We will have a lot of economic data coming out, and we're going to have several Fed speakers come out. You will have Jerome Powell, he's going to talk. You're also going to see, that's tomorrow, and then you also see more Fed chair speakers at the end of the week as well. You're going to have the non-farm payroll data, the unemployment claims, the challenger job cuts. You'll also have the unemployment rate. So all the economic data we saw as far as industrial applications yesterday were a bit higher than expected, and we're starting to see that trend kind of globally as manufacturing starts to pick up. So that's also helping that copper market. It's helping silver as well. It's helping platinum, and then also palladium. You get to the CME's Fed Watch tool, about a 72.5% chance. So that's a big uptick here from yesterday as far as expectations for the Fed to cut rates. So we'll see if that also acts as a tailwind in these markets. Now, I'm only going to be in for about a half a day here today. Got to go into the doctor's office. So I'll be back at it, back in the saddle here tomorrow. So if you got any questions, please reach out to me before noon, and be sure to check out the Metals Edge, because we're going to place some of the seasonal analysis on a lot of the metals markets here for the month of December. Also outline some key levels that I'm looking at in the gold market and also platinum as well. Again, you got any questions, give me a call, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and option trading does involve risk loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.